Hey guys, how's it going? This is a 1971 TR6 that has been parked since 2006, something like that. We are approaching 20 years. It's been sitting here like you see it. Quick backstory on it is a friend of mine bought a VW Beetle, and he came over with a friend, and she started telling me about this car that was in her garage. Her husband has passed, and she doesn't know anything about it, but it's been sitting here again, going on almost 20 years with no wheels on it, and just pretty much just like you see it. Had some stuff around it. She already cleared that away, but apparently they were doing some kind of work on it. It looks like the front hubs, spindles, are not even here. Brake calipers are tied up out of the way. Shocks are missing. It's got a tie rod that's not even in its location. But the tires are underneath it. So we are in the process of acquiring it, and gotta get it out of here, get it on the trailer, bring it back to the shop, and see what we got. Keys are in it, that's good. A little bit of mold growing on the interior, but nothing terrible. If you can see it in the seats and all. The back window's kind of smoked out. Body's in really nice condition. There's nothing in the trunk. Looks like somebody took some socks or something, plugged up the exhaust so that critters don't get inside there. I don't know if that's floor mats for it or not. Funky color. It's kind of like a purplish brandy wine color. All right, well, that's about as much as I know about it. I do have, we went looking for the front hubs and spindles. Our guess is possibly they went to get dropped off to get a rotors cut. It never reappeared, and they're just missing. There's a backing plate right there, but again, we looked all around the garage, could not find them. But I did a little shopping on the side, and we do have something to help us. And that would be these guys that I picked up. Here's the rotors and spindles for them with the bearings in the center, and I have the wheel nuts are in the cup right there. So we do have the capacity of making it roll if it'll want to roll. If not, we'll figure out something else. But we got to go move some stuff around, get her ready out of the garage, and get her on the trailer. So what do you think the chances are? Everything on these is the right size. Something for it to roll on. Come on. Don't be good. Uh-oh. Oh, there it goes. I don't know about the washer though. For some reason it looks a little on the smaller side. Nope. Good. Awesome. I don't know if you leave those calipers tied up out of the way. If we try, maybe I got the bolts for it. I mean, cotter keys or caps, but as long as that's on there, we could probably do this. Well, they turn good. See if I can get we only got to get it on the trailer. It's not like we're trying to tow it on the ground. Come on. No tools needed. All right. What do you think? I think it's going to be in the way of the tire. Let's try it. See if it'll fit over. I don't know if the brake pads are squished together. I don't know if I brought pliers with me to open them up. So somebody hit the brake pedal when it was closed. Yeah, we might be better off trying to tie it back out of the way of the tire. I do have 2 dollies with me, so maybe we'll try to do that. I'm going to go just tie this to the side. I also see more hardware loose up here. So the whole front suspension was taken apart. I don't know if you guys can see that. That's all loose too. I'm not sure what. I guess we can figure it out. The sway bar is disconnected also. And there's the backing plate for this side. Maybe they're doing ball joints. I'm going to go do the same to the other side. I'm going to try tying this caliper up out of the way the best I can. And we'll see about rescuing those tires out from underneath it. I think we have maybe 1 lug nut. I see 4 lug nuts on the back total. So we might be putting 1 per wheel on it. I think this stuff is just sitting under it. I don't know if the weight's on it or not. That's flat. That's flat. It would have been a good idea. Bring a compressor. Yeah. They got a little bit in it. Kind of like a total flat, right? I go throw those on with a lug nut a piece. Probably with the tires in my truck and go to get them filled up. Really? They don't fit. We might find another lug nut. Right now I only see two on the back of each wheel, so I'm getting ideas, just trying to make it so we can make it roll. And just so happen to have in the corner, that'll make life a little easier. We also found extra lug nuts too. We got 2 per wheel. We're styling. I just gotta see if this thing will work. See if we make some noise or we plug it in the other end. Find out, right? There it is. Oh, look at that. It comes out the other end, though. Ain't that pretty? Think it'll fire right up, or you think
it'll fire right up. Hey, would you get out of the way? Robin's not a real good driver. Get out of the way. It's like a kid.
Yeah, it started hard, huh? It's actually sitting on dollies, but the dollies car would move. And they're kind of precariously sitting on there, so maybe we'll be a little bit better off not having it fall off that. Down slow. Get it back up. Uh-oh. That's why we have 2 jacks. Teamwork. Could do the same to the back. Hopefully. Yeah, I don't think I would want to try to move it on that jack. That roller with that setup. We're down to paint sticks on top, getting it stacked for height. So I'm gonna get this last tire on there and get this one up and out. See what she does for rolling. How are we doing for yeah, that's what I was afraid of. There's that. Probably try to pull it this way. There's a motorcycle right there. I want to rub up against it. See if I roll towards us. On the ground. First time in a long time. All right, we got all 4 tires on the ground, and I'm gonna see if we can get any kind of movement out of it. Got a struck corner to kind of make. Yeah. Oh boy. I think we might need a little more horsepower. Yeah, let me go get a little bit more horsepower for this thing. It might be kind of overkill.
That's Dudgy the man.
Hi, Dudgy. How are you? Come on. Hi. You're sweet. You want to help us out? That you shook your head no.
That's it. Okay, ready? Roll. Roll, roll, roll.
Back into me.
So what's that thing behind me?
Walk up, walk up. Good boy. I know you hit it, don't you? Walk up.
Easy, 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 easy.
Come on, you can do it. You can do it.
Woo! You did good, my man. You did
Can we
good.
get?
Ultimate horsepower.
You did a good job, buddy. I think your friend's coming over to help. There's always those types that show up later after all the work's done. All right, Dodgy, thank you very much. Well, the tires held air just long enough to get it on the trailer. That worked out good, yeah. Back left is already flat. Actually, back two looked like it went down. Awesome. I thank you very much. Like I said, I'll come back at some point if and when I get her on the road. We'll go for a ride. And put the horse in the back with the roof down. Yeah, we got it back at the shop. Uneventful. Looks like all the tires have gone down pretty much flat. They look they're probably from my childhood, date code wise. But they're just 15s. I don't think they're anything special. Usually they had those little skinny red line tires were common on them. So I think we'll get her untied and fill them up. See if we can get her onto the lift, and we'll take a peek underneath see how it looks on the underside. See that usually in New England cars that definitely tells the life of the car and the story behind them. So yeah, we got one that survived. All right, let's go get her unveiled, and onto the lift. That's no good. Should have told me. Got it done before the tires even went flat. I turned off the mood lighting. Yeah, I think it kind of great for working on cars, but not for filming. Well, let's go get our first preliminary look underneath. A little wet in the ass end. Comes with age. It's like somebody sprayed a bunch of black paint on stuff. Let's continue. Same with the trans. Trans is a little wet. Exhaust was patched together here at some point. I'm more concerned about rust. A little scaliness on the frame, but it doesn't look bad. Like the fan right into the radiator at one time. Look for hits too. New horn up in there. Well, I say for our first walkthrough, it looks pretty good. Got a hydraulic clutch. That canister's probably the oil filter, and it looks like above it is a fuel pump that looks pretty wet. Again, this thing's been sitting forever. That looks like it's been a... Is that a repair? Is that rivets right there? Looks like something was done on that. Let's go check the other side. We'll get a... See if it's on both sides. There's a patch here. Put in. Rivets up top. So it looks like a section of floor. Come on, light. Looks like a section of floor was put in here. How about on this side? Or that's the way it is, I don't know. I see rivets going down the side and up the front here. Yeah, a little bit of rust. I ran around it with a magnet. I didn't see anything too bad. Like a bunch of patches right here stacked on each other. Yeah, nothing on this side. But we are in New England. Our stuff rusts. Yeah, somebody might have done floors in it. I see these rivets all around. And they didn't own a welder. And I think he bought this car this way, so whatever we're seeing is what it is. Yeah, you can see where a bunch of repairs have been done around there. The rest of it looks pretty good though. Let's go look at that front end. I know see if we're missing anything else. I know they took a bunch of stuff apart. I still have the calipers hanging. See if we see anything other funky. Why they did what they did. Yeah, the shock is missing out of it. Looks like it's probably has like a lower plate that goes with it. Let's go look on this side. Yeah, we don't have any of that. Looks pretty decent, about to be expected. And somebody shot a bunch of undercoating after and all that. All right, let's go let it back down and we'll take a peek. I haven't even looked in the trunk and all that kind of stuff yet. See what we can find. Motor mount looks a little cracky. My light's not liking it neither. Shall we? Oh, it's locked. Is that a Betamax? VCR? What is it? A Panasonic video cassette receiver. Recorder. Let's say receiver. Ah, too bad there's not a tape in it. You can make a guess at what would have been. What else we got? Hopefully it's got a good spare. That one tire goes flat in about 10 minutes. There's a bunch of writing here. What this stuff is. We know we never outgrow the need to play, to refresh and renew our spirits. Getting away from the rest of the world helps getting in touch with ourselves. Within each of us, there burns an untamed spirit and unapproachable desire to be free. Is that the idea behind a convertible? Yeah. I should have looked first, huh? Those were the lug nuts. We got the rest of the lug nuts. Yeehaw. Don't need, what's this thing? I don't know. Ah. Those are the tires supposed to have on, those little red line. Definitely has its miles worth out of it. Good. It's got some air in it though. We could throw that on there to keep it up on all fours. Yeah, let's go digging a little further. This looks like it's hanging down. You can connect it in. That's our gas tank. I wonder what the condition of that is in. Looks like it's really easy. Pretty easy to get out of there though. Maybe we should take a whiff of that. Metal all looks pretty good. I don't see any welding or anything on the floor. Like I said, I kind of tapped around it, went around with a magnet. I didn't see anything that was, these are in pretty good. Let's deal with that later. I was curious what the bottom of the quarter panels look like, that's all. Yeah, we lift up on this to turn it down. There it goes. Yeah. Hello? It's got gas in it. That could be questionable. Let's get a better look under the hood. They have like styrofoam on the front of it. I left it there so the hood didn't latch. I don't know, maybe that it doesn't work. All that stuff, kind of left it behind. Plug wires are off. It looks pretty clean though. Corrosion going around. That going to be the clutch slave cylinder. Master cylinder, slave cylinders on the bottom. That might be an issue. I think we're going to have a clutch. What else we got? Let's go. While we're at it. Yeah, we'll work on that later. She said she spoke with somebody that was a friend of his. And this is recent information. That it was having an overheating problem. And they went and replaced a fan or went to go put a fan on it or something. There was an electric fan sitting in the garage. Whether that has anything to do with it or not, I don't know. And it also could have engine problem. It's also maybe why it sat for so long. And maybe they find it has an overheating problem and then we're just like, all right, we got blown head gasket or something along those lines. You think about coolant? I won't get anything in there. At least the cap's coming off. Spoke too soon. That's a good sign. We got antifreeze in it. And then a little bit of a dent down there. Metal's a little lumpy. How about this side? No, it's the same on both sides. Let's get those plugs out of it. We'll get a little bit of oil down inside there, and we'll. Why does it have magic marker? They're loose, actually. Why do they have? Why is that on there? Indexing them, maybe? To the electrode? I wonder if I had some kind of run issues or something. Alright, well that's... Maybe they put oil on it. That'd be nice. Put away and oil the cylinders. Well, we're going to oil them anyway. Let's go get the plugs out of it. Actually, it looks like it's got non-seized on it. We'll get those out and we'll throw our own oil down there. Probably pop that belt cover off too and see the condition of the what the engine looks like. Yeah, they got non-seized on them. Kind of jumping ahead. Let's go look at the inside. Finish our observation tour first. See what we got. There's the mold I was talking about in the seats, but I don't think it'd be that bad. It looks like it's real leather. The top looks like it's in decent shape. How many miles are on it? Is that a 3.6? 8.6? Oh, what's that first digit? 6.6? I don't know. Can't see. We have something 6. I want to say, it's a possessed car. 66591 is what is on it. I think it's missing part of the steering wheel. Worn on it. Nothing but the best of Kmart radios in it. The Pyramid. I think that's like a knockoff, like one of those $39 radios you used to get at like a Kmart. With the rest of it, I don't think it has some of them had overdrive, and it would have, I think, another lever off the side. It was like an electric overdrive. Seats look pretty good. Carpet looks pretty good. The buttons move. It's a choke. I don't know what that is. A wood dash. I don't think we're getting that open without a screwdriver. Windows. Yeah. Roll. And the glass is there. Nice. Anything in the door panels? Nope. Good. There's like a little bit of mold growing on them here and there. Oh, what's best to clean that up with? Maybe something with a little bit of bleach in it, maybe. Seems like it kind of rubs right off. All right, let's go look in the back. What we got back here? Hunk of wood. That. A gnat. That's about it. Like, I have the boot for it too when you put the top down. It has a boot that goes in its place. That was in a plastic bag laying on there. I guess it covers the whole area once the top is down. Probably have to educate ourselves. Sometimes you have to do some funky stuff to put the top down, tucking in, rolling, and unbuttoning stuff. But we'll deal with that later. All right, let's go back to where we were. Let's go shoot a little bit of oil down those cylinders. Go squirting each one, and then maybe we'll put a wrench or something on that front pulley, and we'll try and turn it, and we'll see if we can get ourselves a complete revolution. And if that's good, maybe we'll throw a battery in it. We checked the oil in this thing yet? No, we didn't. Looks clean, a little low. Of course it could be clean though, because it hasn't moved in forever, so all the dirt kind of settles to the bottom. Let's see if we have point corrosion. Judging by that. Well, we looked on that master cylinder for the clutch. Let's go see what we got. Yeah, they're definitely, which way did they move? Oh yeah. They're definitely going to need a cleanup. Everything looks like somebody really took their time. Underneath, you can see like the dry shafts had new universals and everything on it. So somebody did a kind of a full restoration on it at some point. Again, probably 25, 30 years ago, maybe. They took it all apart and they painted everything. You could tell, like, you know, this stuff was all removed and it was painted and put back together. And the windshield wasn't taken out or anything, but yeah, all this stuff was removed though. And it looks pretty clean in there. Yeah, so my concern is that when it sits, the rust can form on the cylinders. And if you just fire it up, try to spin it, you can tear it up. This is sparking oil. This is kind of like what when you put an engine away, what you would spray in it to save it. We're just kind of doing it a little on the later side. Fogging oil. So again, for like to keep corrosion down inside a cylinder. All right, see if you can get something on the front of the engine and see if you can get a little bit of a crank out of it and see if you can get a full circle. We get a full circle, then we know nothing's hitting or binding or topping out, or you know what we're trying to do. Let's try it on the alternator, like through the belt. See if that. Better on this end. Don't have much throw to work with. I'm going to the other side. There we go. Guess you can watch that rotor. I think the alternator is loose. We can watch that rotor when we get a full circle out of that. I'm getting some binding. Let me see if I can find a better place to wrench it from. I heard a little tink, which I wasn't happy about. I got a ratchet with a swivel head on it. Kind of get it maybe out of the way of everything. I see, that's pretty good. It felt a little grumbly at first, but it seemed like it got a little bit better as it went. I don't know what holding this valve cover on. These weird. They're just like thumb screws. Maybe we'll take that out of our way. It might be glued on though. I see some on this side some caulking coming out of it. Because I like to see if we get oil flow. Really? Plus I think it's stainless, so we can't even grab it with a magnet. And I don't think it hit the floor. Wait! Alright, that was my one freebie for the day. I'm gonna take a minute and get the valve cover out of our way. I think the mold on it's kind of getting to me a little bit, getting a little stuffy. It's got some crud on it. It looks nice and clean where the where the valve cover went down on it. The rest of it's got some crud. So it's not like a rebuilt engine or anything like that. It's whatever miles is on it. Let's get some power in the battery terminals. Where they're hiding. Got one. I would say it's negative ground, right? Then we need a hot lead somewhere. You got one. Anybody? Anybody? You guys looking at it and I don't see it? No? Yes? You figure it's got a starter, right? There it is. I want to say that's the hot side. Going down to the battery. I figured before we try cranking it over, let's see if we can get a fuel line off of it. And in case the carbs are empty, we don't get a bunch of crap in it. Let's try That's pretty fuel already in it too. Let's go put this like in a jar or something. We'll clamp it to it down here on the side. Ooh, yeah, it's a good vintage. Anything? Oh, to be expected. Let's see anything detrimental happens when we hook the ground side up. No sparks. That's a good sign. I like to get a jumper wire, a jumper box. One more time. A jumper button on the starter. We can probably crank it from out here. Let me go inside. Let's go turn you back towards the motor. We'll bump the key. We'll see if the starter even works. There you go. This. I hear a spark, don't you? Yeah. Let's do a handheld. Alright, let's keep an eye. I'm trying to see if we get a whale coming up to the top of those rockers. Got a chirping too, maybe that belt. Do we have an oil pressure gauge or light, or what do we got in here? Didn't see any fuel come up neither. There's an oil light, but I don't see it's lit. Right now you would think that would be lit, right? Ignition, that's all we got. And we got oil gauges over there. We'll look at that one, see if it moves. There you go. Gas tank shows a quarter of a tank. Oil pressure gauge is moving. That sharpening could be the points too. Let's see how oil pressure gauge is doing. Let's go look around, see if we see anything funky or not, or make sure the key's in the off position. There it is. All right. Do we have any oil? I don't see anything yet. It should be coming up through here, and then like through these little holes we should be seeing it. Looks a little bit more wet right here, right? Yeah, what do we got chirping? And it did sound like those points were sparking. I don't know if it was picking up. You're hearing like an arc. Kind of what we kicked out of the cylinders. That part's good. Ain't really clacking. I don't know, you just want to go, but we're trying to get it running. Do you want to crank it a little more? See if we can get, looks like we got some oil going down in those, on the lifters down there. Are they hydraulic? I doubt it. They got adjusters here. Maybe both. I've seen that before too. You have a pump off lifter, but you still have adjustable valves. Cobwebs. Yeah, let's, do we get fuel? Let's go look at that. Something's in the jar. What do you got happening over here? I gotta tell you, the mold is getting me, boy. My nose is running. Yeah, and the light's getting you too. Hold on. We'll go dump that out, and we'll run a little bit more. We'll crank it a little bit more. See if we can get the valves just to kind of get wet. Yeah, there it is, out of the bottle. Smells like it should. Well, so you still don't see much. Let's get the belt off of that in the front there. You see if the squeaking goes away. Find out if it's like the water pump or the alternator is making that noise. Again, it could be the points too, just the cam being dry. See if we feel any drag on anything. Yeah, whatever. The water pump is locking up. The water pump's tight. That's probably why it was hard to wrench over. Yeah, I don't know if it has an oil port on it. Let's just let that belt sit down out of the way. Add it to the list, right? Let's crank it a little bit more, see what it does. Our mouse is gone. Spins faster too. The fuel pump's going pretty good. Alright, let's go call it at that for now. I was hoping that we were going to see some oil come up. There's no load on and there's no plugs in it. It's no compression, so it's not like the starter's taking a bunch of heat. I don't think. Shouldn't anyway. Kind of just freewheeling, you know. We'll give ourselves a little hand test. Oh, it's cold. That's fine. Nothing on the starter. Yeah, might be a little bit. It's kind of starting right there. Let's the gas is getting worse instead of better. Yeah. Let's. What do you want to do? See. Let's go clean those points up. And see if we can develop spark. I'm probably going to just set the valve cover on it. We won't bolt it down. We'll just kind of set it on there for now. And maybe we'll get this air cleaner out of our way and see if like the slides and everything moving the carbs. Yeah, I don't think they're sparking. No ticking noises is probably something else that we're hearing. They definitely have a lot of crap coming off of them. Seems to move around a lot too, huh? Let's see if I can not spray you guys in the eyeball because you just had cataract surgery. Oh, you got the camera. Did I ever use the right stuff? I did not. Well, they're the same color can. That was definitely the wrong thing you want to put on points. You do not want to put oil on points. Note to self. Good filing. Try that again. You can see the lube on the cam right there. See that white grease that's back there? That's already on there to keep the squeaking down. Let's just kind of throw stuff back together and see possibly whether it will want to play well with each other. Let's I'm gonna go bump it over to the high side and make sure that our points are opening. I don't have the belt on anymore, so I can't turn it. Let's see if we just bump it with the key. That good? You're almost at the top of it. I don't see anything open though. Let's go give it a hair more. Think I'll go past it, or you think I'll get it? Probably too far. Yeah. They're sparking. The ignition's on. That's good. Should spark when I crank it. Let's get rid of the light. Let's get rid of the rotor too. Oops. And fuel is pissing out the other side because I forgot to put the jug back. We got spark. That's good. I don't know about having that and fuel. That gas is probably so old, probably won't do anything anyway, but Yeah, we're sitting here, we're cranking it over. She's just going. I'm gonna go clamp them off with a pair of vice grips. Let's last bolt on this. Hopefully there's enough room to get it out of here. The whole thing just kind of slips up like a cartridge. It does. It's got on it for how you get it apart. Yeah, again, a little moldy. It's definitely getting my nose, boy. I don't know how much longer I can kind of film. Get me all boogered up. What's the interior that I stepped in, or sound like the outer part of the car? Every time I get near it, I'm getting like a boogery. All right, let's go see what we got for slides. Put my complaint in, right? Yeah, see if these guys move. That one does. That one does. Good. Let's go put the plugs back in it. We'll give a little shot of fuel down each one. We'll give it a crank, see if it decides to want to fire up. Well, I got everything hooked up in the plug wires and all. I'm like, you know what might be a good idea? I think we lost one on the road, but we got a glove in that one. I don't want to know what that is. All right, now let's go to the front. Oh, here, just a little shot of mustard gas. Whoops, that didn't go in it. That just made a mess. Regroup. Let's get something that goes down in the front a little further. Hopefully I have a gag reflex like it just did. Let's that. Let's just see if it coughs over. Right? Why not? Alright. I don't have reach of the gas pedal. I'm on the passenger side. Oh yeah. There she goes. I know what it's running on. I didn't think I put that much fuel in it. Awesome. A little stubbly, but let's hook. And before we tear the carbs apart and everything, maybe they're okay again because the fact that I didn't crank fuel into them. Let's hang an alternate fuel supply on it to the carbs and see if it'll run on those. Nice. Smoke? No, nothing. Yeehaw! And then we'll get the valve cover off and see if we got some oil. Actually, let's take a peek now. I think I might take this thing and bring it outside. Maybe we'll steam clean it because it's really getting me. Yeah, still nothing. All right, let's get an external fuel supply hooked up to it so it kind of stay running. And see what we get. Can we leave that off of there? I think it gives us is, do we have an intake leak? Because we just got to get this hooked back up again. Big vacuum leak for the booster. Brake booster. Alright, let's hook up some fuel to it and see what it does. Yeah, let's go turn the gas on. I don't know if those floats are going to stop in those carbs or not. We'll find out. See if they flow over. Gas is going. You just want to try cranking it? You want to try priming it? Let's go right for it. If not, we'll give it a little bit of help. What we got for choke? I know I should have put a starter button on. Let's go give it a little bit of a prime. Like we did. A little for you. Should be enough to get the juices flowing anyway, right? Am I gonna get there in time? Okay, it's running on the car. Idle. Really would like to see oil get up to the top of that engine though. Sounds good. Sometimes it can take a little bit, but a lot of times it's fed from one side. You'll see it start on one side, start working its way across. Sounds good though. Take a quick walk around, make sure we're not. Something's pouring out of it. Make sure we got oil pressure on the gauge too. Smoking a little. Sounds nice though. For a first, yeah. I would think the charge light on because we don't have the belt on it. Tach's working. Oil pressure's at 70. A bunch of fuel in it, huh? I don't believe that. Oh, down below. See oil down below, as that one's got a lot. Camera's showing it or not. So then they gotta fill up the push rod tube, depending on how it's being fed. Some will feed through the push rod tube, some feed through the center of the cam. Otherwise, got a key on the end of it. Yeah, they're filling up down there. I can open the door, we'll let it run for a little bit. Fan is spinning, which is nice. The water pump isn't spinning, but at least it's kind of whatever's going, it's got a little bit of air going by it. Yeah. Alright, let me go open the door. We'll let it run for about another minute or two. Again, we don't have the water pump circulating, so. Well, I think it was put away with purging the fuel out of the cars because they seem to be doing exactly what they're supposed to be doing. That's not anything we need to get into them. Still got a frozen water pump and the master cylinder for the clutch and all. Give it a little bit more time. Try to get some heat in it, but not much. Will the temp gauge work? I would think so, right? Doesn't matter if the water pump's turning or not. What do we have for temp? Now, temp's saying nothing so far. Nothing saying that it works though. Hey, you want to kill it? Probably hook a hose up to that. We'll just let it pump all the gas right out of itself when we're doing stuff like this. Let's go look and see if we can get that water pump to free up a little bit. Then we can kind of like keep it running more than like 5 minutes. I don't know, maybe we could try to get the oil behind it. I don't know if it's just from sitting or maybe the impeller on the inside of it's got a bunch of corrosion on it and it won't turn. I don't know. It's alive though. And it could possibly have a problem with oil going to the top of the engine. It looked like to me we're starting to see a little bit of something happening over here. Like, I don't know, it's just that it's warming up and these are getting like shinier, or we got a little bit of oil starting to come in between these here. Wait, what's that? What's that? I do see signs. We do have a sign. All right, anyway, let's go screw on with that oil, the water pump. Probably be a good idea if I put the cap back on too, huh? I don't know if this has a like a, yeah, I don't know if, like I said, that's pretty locked up. Some places have a grease fitting on them. I don't know if we can get the nose of it off maybe. Or do you just want to try getting behind there with like a little oiler and spin it a little bit and see if we can get like oil on the end of the, and my guess is a bearing here and a bearing here. We're only going to get to the outer one though. Kind of a weird, what's the notch in it? Is that for like putting some a wrench, like a spanner wrench on it to take it apart? Let's try shooting some oil behind it first, see if that does anything for us. Yeah, I would say we got to take this thing outside and give it a steam cleaning, because every time I'm working on this bay, my nose just gets all stuffed up, and I want to say the stuff that I think is dirt on it, I think it's mold, like a thin layer of mold on it, even like the dirt on the outside of the car. There was some rugs that were underneath it that were kind of atrocious. We already threw those away, but man, it goes like so far and locks up. But I think a steam cleaning wouldn't hurt. You know, I'm not going to do the interior, but let's get her excited there. Come on, get down in there. The thing about these, you can kind of work them, because I'm trying to get to that bearing that's in the front, you know. I'll get a little oil dripping on it. And then that's going to have a seal on it anyway, but he's kind of giving us a fighting chance, you know. I'm gonna go work that a little bit and see if it's like that's it's getting good, like in a small zone like that. It's almost free. Then you hit a wall, which is gonna be, in my opinion, it's probably like crud that's in the bearings. Yeah, let me work that a little bit, see what we get. Just so I can throw the belt back on it. How about we give her a little bit of air ratchet time and have that spin it. Uh-oh, that ain't good. Broke the knot off the front of it. Shit, I thought I had it too. Yeah, it's falling apart. Well, that just complicated things. Guess we're gonna find out how that works, huh? That sucks. Well, there's enough meat to get a nut still on there. Some threads there still. I'm an idiot. Well, I think it's pressed on with like a tapered shaft. It is on there. And more, it's almost, it's still a little gritty. But let's go throw the belt on it. We'll fire it up, see what it does. I don't think there's all that much to the water pump. It looks like there's just a couple of bolts that go around and the pump itself kind of comes off. But let's go fire it up with the belt and see if that'll be, it's either gonna save itself or it's gonna start slipping real bad and making a noise. Say I still want to, it may have been bad anyway, make myself feel better. All right, let's go throw the belt on, we'll fire it up and be able to let it run a little bit, see if we get some circulation out of it. Let's mark that pulley, you know, we can see if it's spinning from afar. All right, let's fire it up, see what we get. I think everything's out of harm's way. Got it? Smoking a bell. It's turning so far. It's spitting out of it. I don't know if that's just the oil I put in there or that's coolant coming out of where the water pump is. Let's let that run a little bit. I don't want to get the lens in the way. It looks like we're starting to get some oil coming to the top. That's good. All the push rods are rotating. Find out the water pump's like $900, right? Yeah, we're getting something going on between it. Took a while. Supercharging. Go. That's what the gauge goes. The light's out. That's a good sign for it. And it reads backwards. That's why I thought it was odd before. Yeah, so we are charging and we're in the hot. We'll start flicking some stuff on, see what works. I'll do it. These are gonna be wipers. What's this, headlights? I don't know, hazards? Nothing's happening. What do we got for, what do you think headlights are? Here's fan. Dash fan works for heat. Temp is moving up. Oh, we got, let's go flick a couple of these. I don't know if that's headlights, this should be directionals, right? Showing nothing. Just flick on a bunch of stuff. I don't want to scratch the windshield. Let's see if this does anything. Yeah. Alright, that's that. Why does it have like wiper and another wiper? Is it washer? That's what that is. Probably washer fluid. What's headlights? I would think, again, I would think that would be directionals. I would think this would be headlights. Let's just go leave it in that position, see if anything does anything. There we go, lights. He wants to live. Sounds pretty good too. There's a little rumble to it. Yeah. We'll throw that spare on there for now just to hold that, keep that one corner up. Did directionals do anything? I don't see anything on the dash, but no, they're not working. Gives us something to do. British car's gonna have some kind of electrical issue, right? What did this do? That's probably hazards, maybe? But maybe all tied together. Idle's hanging out at, it's like 900 RPM, 1000 RPM. Yeah, she's going now. Cobwebs. I'm gonna let it run for about, I don't know, 10 minutes or so. The vent's on. I feel like I stopped spitting whatever it was spitting. I want to see what the temperature comes up to. Again, you know, our heads up was they had some kind of issue with overheating. We'll see if that's still a thing or not. Keep an eye on that. Plus, it might only be overheating when it's driving. We got a horn? Yes, we do. All right, let's go turn that off. And you can definitely see when you put the headlight draw on it. Got choke, fan. Let's go figure out what the other ones are. That looks like a defrost, right? Turn it. Push it. Yeah, it's like it pushes and pulls a little bit. I don't know what it does though. The fan. What do you think that is? Steering wheel. That's supposed to be the seat. That's supposed to be a steering wheel. Tilt wheel? Ah, what does that do? Let's go pull it, find out. Maybe it's for heat to come down by your feet. That's what it is. Yeah, we got it. This is what? What is this? Dash lights, maybe? The brightness of your dash lights? Trying to figure out the symbolism. I would think those would be your directionals when they do work. Anything else you want to play with? Nope. No radio. We could have just like a blown fuse or something with the directionals too. Definitely pulse. Let's go rub the gas pedal a little bit. Sorry, see if it even works. Sounds awesome. Temp's holding pretty good. Shut that off. Fans. I don't know if you have any heat or not coming out anywhere. I guess that's defrost. I don't know if it's a cable or a... temperature maybe. Maybe that opens like the valve to let the heat in. We got vents going with like lukewarm airs coming out of them. We'll let that kind of surge, circle a little bit. Alright, we'll just let it run for a little bit, see what we get. I don't have a clutch pedal or anything, so I can't do any of that. It's shooting stuff out of the fan. I think it just shot some, probably not a mouse nest out. Cool. Those little twirly birds came flying out and landed above my feet. Alright, probably 10-15 minutes at least. That's what we got for temp. Where are we? Over there. Looks like we're holding steady. That's good. Let's kill it. There we go. How would I restart? How is it? I can deal with that. Blow more stuff out of the vent. Alright. Let's go make a decision what we want to do here. A synopsis. A conclusion. Alright guys, so I think that's about as far as I'm going to be able to get you today. I just got over a cold, and the mold that's on it is just getting me. Every time I shut the camera off, I got to clean out the nose piping, so to speak. But I think like what we see up here, it looks like it's dirt. I think it's actually mold. There was a bunch of carpets and stuff underneath it that I threw out in the dumpster, but they were, you know, pretty rancid too. But the interior's got some. I don't know. Every time I seem to work on it, get close to the car, it just kind of gets me. And again, I just got over a cold, isn't helping things. But yeah, I think all the, like, I see like dirt that's on it. I think it's got a little bit of something kind of growing on it, like that stuff. So what we'll do is next time we'll take a steam cleaner, the hot steam cleaner over there. It's summertime, so we'll just take it, put the valve cover back on, cover the carbs and everything. Maybe we'll just kind of give it a good shot all over it, and we'll, you know, boiling water has a good tendency to get rid of the little spores that are living. That, and you'll probably parking it out in the sun, letting the top down wouldn't hurt the interior too. I don't know what we can use for cleaning that. I don't want to damage the leather, but maybe like I don't know, even soap and water. I don't know if I want to use bleach, but it's not You know, plus the other part is it grows where you can't see it, but you can see it a little bit, you know, here and there, kind of growing on it. A lot of that bolster of that seat over there. That. So, getting the back, all across the whole back wall there's got it. Anyway, it's a very good first assessment. It did not want to fight us as much as a lot of cars usually do. Usually you're into the carbs and engine doesn't want to make a complete spin and you're trying to get through that and just starters are failing and everything. But everything kind of the car wants to live. It wants to come back to life. I think for the next video what we'll do is maybe we'll continue on trying to repair things and then we'll make a shopping list from there. Like we got, the calipers are still hanging. The master cylinder, if you look at it, it's empty on the back reservoir. So the front's got some fluid in it. That's for the back brakes. And then for the front brakes is this section right here and there's no fluid in it. So that went somewhere. The clutch has issues. You know, it's all corroded inside there. So there's no fluid in that. And then, you know, the slave cylinder on the other end may be the same scenario. Hard to say. Water pump might need some love. And just all over, we're missing a shock in the front section there. I would like to try to get it registered so that if we do get it up and running, we could do a road test with it. Let me get a little cheat sheet right here real quick. We're missing a shock, clutch master cylinder, brake calipers, water pump, tires we got to do, mold, registration, and then whatever else we find up. You know, got to purge the fuel system. Seems like the fuel pump and everything's working though. It's pumping out to the front. That's a good sign as far as that's concerned. We'll see. Anybody want a VCR? All right, guys. With that, I thank y'all for hanging out with me. I want to thank Robin for connecting us with the car and for us to be able to do what we're able to do, and for her little horse that helped us out. All right, guys. With that, I'm going to sign off. Thank y'all. I'll see you. Hey, can I interest you in a cup of tea? You can't even see the bottom. Good stuff. Turning more like a coffee.
No, you're not going to chase Doggy. You do for you. You for you. I'll go in the back door.
She thinks he's got a weapon. He's got a weapon. Hey.
Oh, that's such a long thing. There you go. You were so good, man. Yes, you were. He says, oh, yeah. Says, you can get this out of my face now. Huh? Get this stuff off. Come over here. Look at his little bit. Isn't that cute?
It's like for a person.
I had all his stuff custom made because he's so tiny. Yeah. All your stuff's custom made.
Hey, you can take a rest. Take a rest. Rest.
He says, oh, thank God. Get all this junk off of me. Thank you. All right there, Doggy. A carrot or a mint? Huh?
Yeah, you get rewarded, huh? Should have brought you.
Yeah. Oh, boy.
Did you get mini carrots?
Yeah.
Instead of a full size.
Doggy-sized carrots. Here, do.
I'm a rookie. What can I say?
Just hold your hand flat.
There you go.
He says, oh, boy, that was good. Yeah.